final day of coping with anxiety. Hopefully you have learned some strategies this week and help you be a little less anxious next week. Or if you're still just as anxious next week, give you some tricks so you can have a little bit of a break in the middle of all the anxiety. So we're gonna cover our last trick today, but first let's do our check-in. How are you guys feeling on a scale of 1 to 10, or a thumbs up, thumbs down, thumbs somewhere in between? How are you guys feeling today? I don't know if you guys could hear that, but Granger just had the biggest sigh right after I said that. He was just I think he is feeling what we're all feeling. So for me, I'm probably like a 7 or even an 8 today. I got a lot done yesterday. I cleaned my garage, I cleaned my bathroom, my kitchen, and sometimes just taking the time to clean up everything in your house, that's like one less thing to stress you out. And we have enough things to cause ourselves anxiety, right? So for our final day, I have what is probably the #1 suggestion for how to deal with all this craziness happening in our life right now that might be giving us anxiety. Because you have all this free time on your hands, even if you're like me and you got a job that you're doing, you probably have more downtime than normal. And I know I certainly do, because my job normally involves a lot of like going in between classrooms and like there's always something happening. But now I don't really have any of that. I have paperwork, and I've got meetings to attend and trainings I can see online, but that like having something to do every minute of the day just doesn't exist anymore. So a way that you can help relieve some anxiety while filling that downtime is to figure out a hobby. So a hobby is just something you enjoy doing, but you don't get paid for it. Or you may actually, if you're like really lucky and your hobby that you like to do is also something that you can make money off of, but it's just not where you're primarily making your money. So like being a teacher is not my hobby. It's my job, it's my career. It is something I love to do, but it's also the way that I earn income. Where a hobby is something I enjoy doing, but I just do it for fun, and then if some money comes from it, great. So you could have a hobby that's like coloring. You could have a hobby sewing, cooking, playing sports, running could be your hobby. Hanging out with your animals. Maybe you like training dogs and cats. Cats are really fun to train, guys. They're really hard to train, but they're really fun because they keep you on your toes. So I'm gonna actually share one of my hobbies that you may or may not know that I do. And then I'm gonna invite you this weekend, guys, to figure out what your hobby could be. So a hobby that I do that you could do at home and I can do at home that doesn't involve any kind of social interaction with anybody else, so I don't have to worry about getting anybody else sick if I was sick, or getting myself sick if the person I'm interacting with is sick. It's a solo hobby, and it is I paint portraits of animals mostly. I mean, I've done some kids. I don't have any examples, but mostly I paint portraits of animals. Now, like I was saying, this hobby has given me some money when people pay me to paint their animals, but it's not why I do it. It's not going to earn me a living anytime soon. This is one of my favorite things, and I don't do it very much because it's a lot harder than doing painting and it takes a lot longer. But I do something called a pointillism. This is my dog that I had when I was growing up. Her name was Sassy. She's a little tiny dog. And if you look really closely, and I'll bring this closer to the camera, it's actually entirely made up of little dots. So just dot, 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 dot. And however many dots you put, if you put a whole lot of dots together, they make this darker black. And if you put less, you're gonna get those less spots. So here, look real close, see if you can see the dots. So yeah, that's a pointillism. Another thing that I really enjoy doing, and I do it as a hobby because it helps relieve stress and anxiety, and it's just fun, it's enjoyable. Now, there is a hobby that a lot of people have started that is actually a hobby that's helping people. And I tried it yesterday. I can tell you it's not going to become my hobby. But it is making face masks. Oh, there. Oh, nope, there it is. Sorry, glasses are not fun with face masks. So I made this one yesterday out of some fabric I had lying around. I didn't enjoy it. So it is probably not a hobby that I should be doing. I have a mask now, and that's great. I already had one that somebody else made me. So now I have a second one. I'm not doing it again. This is all I need. So this weekend, take some time, figure out what hobby you can do, and remember, there might be some activities like me in the face mask that you try and you're like, no, this was not fun. This is not my hobby. So then you need to come up with something different. Painting, sewing, knitting. Oh my gosh, I used to love to knit in college. That was my big hobby. I would knit scarves because I never could figure out anything else besides a scarf. So go online, look up some hobbies if you don't know what yours is right now, or tell me in the comments what hobby you already know you do. And I will see you guys back here on Monday. I'm gonna be honest, I don't know what we're gonna be talking about on Monday, but I'll figure it out. I'll see you guys next time. Get ready for your high five to take you out for the weekend in 3, 2, 1. Bye guys, have a great weekend.